So, if you haven't heard about Anchor, I got to tell you, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. So, we'll go through the things. One, it's free, like totally free. There's a ton of creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer if you prefer it that way. Anchor is then going to distribute your podcast for you so you can hear it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a ton more. And you can even make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So if you have 10 folks that listen to you every couple of weeks, great. If you've got 1,000, awesome. Either way, you're going to make money. And it's got everything you need to make a podcast in one easy-to-use place. So download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor.fm to get started today.
Welcome back to another episode of the Mythic Giraffe Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ron, and it's a cold, wet February for me.
Yeah, no, it's like 48 here. It's damp. And then tomorrow it's going to be 80.
Yeah. Well, there's literally 2 hours north of me, there's blizzard conditions.
Really?
And then tomorrow it'll be 80 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lousy Smarch weather.
Lousy Smarch weather. It's not even smart yet.
I know. That's the thing. It's February. Yeah.
Yes. Smart February.
The months and the seasons don't matter anymore.
Well, I think that might be a real bad sign.
Yeah, I agree, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we might be in some real trouble.
Yeah.
And
I think fossil fuels are the fix, right?
Yeah. Clean diesel.
Clean diesel.
I mean,
somebody the other day argued that you don't have to hook the exhaust recovery thing at work because the ambulances have those grooves and it's that venturi that draws the air in and it cleans the emissions as it comes out. I said, I don't know what physics you ever took or chemistry, but you're wrong.
So I'm going to defend that person because that is exactly what we were told when those ambulances arrived.
Who told you that?
I don't know who started it,
Yeah,
but that is exactly what people were told, was that if you look at their exhausts are not straight pipes.
Right, yeah. It's little divots or whatever cut.
Yeah, and someone, I don't know who told everybody that, but that has definitely been around the fire department since those ambulances arrived.
Yeah, no, those are to cool the exhaust so it doesn't catch things on fire.
And I think originally there was something with our Plymavent TM system that they wouldn't work with those ambulances, but they changed that.
Yeah.
But yes, that's not that person's fault. It might be their fault that they believed it.
Yeah.
But that comment, and I was like, this doesn't make sense, guys.
Yeah.
But, well, I mean, the ones at Station 1 have been out of service for like 4 months. So, yeah.
Well, on a lighter note, I saw Quantumania the other day.
Oh, what'd you think?
I thought it was fun.
Man, I haven't seen it yet because, how I am anymore. I'm becoming more and more movie curmudgeonly.
Well, I don't blame you one bit.
People were just, and before the movie was out, people were bashing it. That's just the death of Marvel. And I'm like, oh my God.
Well, I think everybody is comparing anything Marvel does now to Endgame. It's like, guys, that was, 20 movies in the making?
Right. It was a build-up, and a build-up, and a build-up. And you have to remember that there were movies in those 20 that people were like, this is not great.
Yeah.
But they built up the system.
Yeah. Paul Rudd's a delight. The premise is fun. It's, the villain is terrifying. Yeah. There's comedy in it. Yeah, I had fun. If you go into it, oh my God, this is going to be the next best thing of Marvel, you're probably going to be disappointed. If you go into it saying, hey, this is going to be a fun action flick, you're going to have a good time.
Yeah, I was talking about going to see Cocaine Bear because I want to see Cocaine Bear.
My brother wants to see that.
Because it just looks like it's... But somebody was like, oh, that looks stupid. I'm like, if you're expecting Shakespeare out of a movie called Cocaine Bear, then I think the problem is you, not the movie.
Yeah, and it's based on a true story.
It is. God, I think it's pretty embellished, but
I am sure it is.
Yeah, but I just don't understand people nowadays that they expect.
Yeah,
I want popcorn movies. I don't want intellectual, deep thinking movies called Cocaine Bear, the saga of the bear.
The saga of the bear. So we watched at home a couple weekends ago the new Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal, the unbearable weight of
massive talent. Yes,
yeah. Have you seen it?
I loved it.
It had its funny parts, but again, you're not going into it saying, this is the best movie ever.
We our last RV trip, because a lot of times at night you're just like watch a movie or something. So we order something. But we bought it because it was like $10 from Best Buy.
Yeah.
So we just popped it in and watched it. It was great.
Yeah, I think we now own it because it was like rent for $4 or buy for $6 or something. Yeah. I was like, that's just. But yeah, it was fun. It didn't take itself seriously at all.
No.
And like we got done, and Bree was like, "Has Nick Cage been in that many movies?"
Yes.
So below, it has all the actors because Amazon or whatever. So we click on Nick Cage, and it had like all his films. We just clicked one by one, looking at them. It was like at least 5 per year.
Oh yeah.
Did you know he was in a movie last year called Pig?
Yes.
Yeah, about like a truffle farmer or something.
Mm-hmm. And supposedly it's really good.
I'm sure it is, but yeah.
Yeah, and he's in a vampire movie coming out next month, I think, called Redfield.
Yeah. He is Dracula.
He's Dracula, and I'm super looking forward to Nick Cage overacting and being Dracula, because I think that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
And he was in a Western last year. Where's that this year that came out?
Who knows?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Cage. I'm tired of... I'm just tired of the internet.
Well, you also have people like the I can't think of his name. Jesus, Spielbergs and everything that are like, cinema was dead until the movie Maverick. It's like, I'd be fine if cinemas went away and I could just watch in my own home.
Oh, Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
I was like, the Mel Gibson movie?
Yeah, the Mel Gibson movie. Yeah. Now absolutely.
I mean, I like the movie, but I don't think it had changed. I mean, look, I have been very clear that I could be totally happy if movie theaters went away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or they became more specialty than they are now. And Top Gun Maverick was a fun movie. And I think it should win a bunch of awards. I don't care if he does. I don't give a crap about their awards.
Oh, yeah, I don't care about any of the awards.
But I'm also tired of hearing... I'm tired of seeing these interviews of Martin Scorsese says comic book movies are stupid. Martin Scorsese, not every movie you ever made was great. And
no.
Yes. Three gangster movies are what everybody's like, oh, those are Martin Scorsese's greatest movies. They're just 3 gangster movies.
Yeah.
They're not great movies. Gangster movies are bad. In fact, I would say gangster movies are much worse for the society than Marvel movies.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody thinks that they can turn themselves into a 14-foot Ant-Man. Some people think they can act like a gangster.
Right.
I'm just tired of seeing, just enjoy what you like to enjoy.
Yeah.
Shut up about it. And I'm just tired of, and I know the internet works on, well, this is how I get hits. If I say this is bad, well, how about somebody say it's good?
Exactly. Yeah. Let's promote the positivity.
Yeah. I don't like bashing on games, but there are some games I generally don't enjoy.
Yeah.
And I can say those I don't enjoy them, but I don't have to go bombing them and bombing the people and saying they're terrible people because they made this game.
Well, like the people who bombed Hogwarts Legacy.
Right. Well,
I've got mixed emotions about that.
I have mixed emotions about Hogwarts Legacy because I do feel like there is a truly righteous part of boycotting a person's IP if that person says deplorable things.
Yes.
Is it the game developer's fault? No. But you do have to understand that J.K. Rowling is still making money off of that IP.
Right.
And if you don't agree with her statements, you might be fair to boycott those things.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a fair worldview because that's how capitalism works.
And that's fine boycotting it, but I'm saying the people that review bomb it, are, I don't know. It's one thing to boycott. It's another just to, poison the waters for everyone.
But isn't it also still a form of protest? Like if take this as just a weird example of it, but
Yeah.
If you truly believe that what J.K. Rowling says is deplorable,
Right.
and she should not be making money off of it, wouldn't a form of protest be review bombing a game so that her IP doesn't make as much money?
I guess.
I'm just saying.
It's
socially. I think that's different than just review bombing it because you don't like the game.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
they're review bombing it for a social and political reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not as versed on the J.K. Rowling things. I know that she said some things that people find offensive.
Yeah.
And if you really find that offensive, then
Vote with your wallet.
Yeah, you get to vote with your wallet, but you can also protest it.
Yeah.
She's made $1 billion off of an IP.
Right.
That's not very inclusive.
Yeah.
And really, if you read the books, it's not a really good example for people.
Oh no, the kid's an idiot.
Well, I was going to say more like the way children are portrayed and treated, and all of those things. It's a lot of issues in that series.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's but it's different than. Sorry, this made me mad. Today I read an article on NPR about Roald Dahl's books. They're re-releasing Roald Dahl's books with edited wording to be nicer.
What?
Yeah. So in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Adolphus Gloop is no longer becoming called fat because that is offensive.
Is he husky?
They're calling him enormous, which I think is actually worse.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you say somebody's fat, you're like, oh, okay, a little bit overweight. You say somebody's enormous, you're like, oh my God, they can't fit through a doorway.
But my argument is that, like, Roald Dahl's dead. You're now changing his work without his consent.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's different.
It could be your take on it, but it's not.
Right. But this is Penguin republishing the books. So the newest edition of
the Penguin.
The Penguin. Colin Farrell.
Okay.
But the Penguin publishers are republishing the books to be more culturally appropriate. It's like, well, historically, that's what he wrote.
Yeah.
It needs to be left that way.
Yeah.
You could then vote and not buy that book because you find it's offensive, but it shouldn't be monkeyed with.
Yeah. God, all I can envision is monkeys typing and penguins running the printing press.
That's what happens at Penguin Publishers.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
One of the penguins got like the little hat on, cigarette in his mouth, stressed out because they're not going to meet the deadline.
Yeah. And that's why the Penguin straps the rockets to them and looses them. It's the Batman.
Yeah. Hey, did you see that trailer for The Flash?
I didn't see the whole trailer because you know my feelings on trailers, but I did see the snippet where the Batman shows up. I'm assuming it's a time travel kind of.
Yeah, it's loosely based on Flashpoint, they said.
Yeah.
Which is when Flash screws up with time, finds the timeline where his mom lived and wants to stay there, and then realizes that he should not stay there because it ruined everything. So his mom dying was what really made the world a better place, which is horrible.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a very, very sad storyline. It's actually a really good cartoon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to watch the movie. Thanks.
They said it's loosely based on it, so.
Yeah, I still don't think I want to watch it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that Michael Keaton's playing the Batman because he is still the Batman.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll be able to turn his neck in this one.
I hope so.
I did see that the suit has like blue highlights on it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe he'll use a machine gun.
No. Yeah, I saw somebody who was like, oh God, I bet they had to CG all his fight scenes. It's like, well, yeah, Michael Keaton's getting up there.
Yeah, he's probably 70s.
I don't know.
He's got to be, because he was a Mr. Mom in like 83, and he's got to be 30 when that movie comes out.
Born in 51, so he's 71.
Yeah, bam. Called it.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's one of his clones from Multiplicity that didn't age the right way.
Hi, my name's Steve.
Oh, God.
I like pizza.
Is he shaving his tongue? I took the blade out.
I love that movie.
Oh, it's so funny.
Haven't seen that movie forever. But
It's such a good movie, though.
it's a very good movie.
Golly day.
That was one of the movies.
It's not like this Oscar, Emmy, whatever. It's just a fun movie.
Just a fun movie. That was one of the movies that people are like, Michael Keaton can't be Batman.
Yeah. Hey, he's Mr. Mom?
Mr. Mom. The guy from Mr. Mom's going to be Batman? Doesn't make any sense.
Steve can't be.
Yeah. But, he did a great Batman.
Yeah.
He's still my favorite Batman. And that might be nostalgia. But again, Jack Nicholson's my favorite of the live action Jokers.
Who?
Jack Nicholson.
Of the live yeah.
I think Jack Nicholson's Joker, I'm going to go on record. It's the only live action Joker that doesn't take the screwiness of the Joker too far. Every other Joker seems laughably insane. Only Jack Nicholson's Joker in the live action Jokers seems like he actually is a real criminal mastermind. Yeah. That's it.
Now, Cesar Romero was a...
No, he's a clown.
I know. Everybody in the Batman show was a clown.
Yeah.
It was super campy, comic booky.
Right, which is fine. It's fine for what it was.
But excuse me. God, I can't think of it. Who's...
Jared Leto.
Yeah, no. Oh, God. That was just bad on so many levels. No,
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, Heath Ledger. His was great, but it was a really dark,
I just feel like Heath Ledger's Joker is a great character that's not the Joker.
Yeah, he was just more of a sadist.
Yeah, he was just he was a psychopath with no plan, seemingly.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas Jack Nicholson's Joker is a criminal mastermind who becomes the Joker. Yeah. It's just a different take.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that one appealed to me more because, Jared Leto just takes Heath Ledger and goes 1,000 times worse.
Yeah.
Jared Leto is just a complete psychopath.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the Joker.
It's one thing, yeah. I mean, the Joker is a psychopath, but he's got a plan. He's got, machinations and
right.
Yeah.
There's always a plan behind it.
Right. Yeah.
And
it's usually a screwed up plan. I want to do this so I can, whatever, get the attention of Batman or, prove this or, but.
I think you got to parse out. Where are we going? This is the hard Batman talk.
Oh yeah.
You got to parse out where the storyline's from. 80s and earlier Joker is nowhere the same as the 2000s Jokers in the comics.
Oh no, not at all.
Right, because I think my view of it, and again, I'm not the Batman aficionado you are, but before the 80s, Joker's not really the main bad guy of Batman.
No.
And he kind of becomes that later, especially with the cartoon.
Well, between then, what he did to Jason.
Sure, but that's 2000s, right?
No, Jason was in the 90s.
It's got to be late 90s.
Yeah, because that's everybody had the vote on that.
But that's when he becomes the psychopath side of it, I think, more than anything. But that's my take on the Joker. Knowing less about the Joker than you, I'm sure you can say, in Batman Avengers 301.
Batman and Avengers, yeah, that was a good crossover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he killed Robin in 88.
88?
Yeah.
Wait, which Robin?
Jason Todd. That's the only Robin he's killed.
I remember that Jason Todd thing being way later than that.
Nope.
Okay.
Death in the Family was 1988.
Okay. Yeah. But still, he wasn't the bird. In the Golden Age Batman, he's not the only bad guy.
No. Hey, well, Golden Age are some weirdos too.
Sure. Some very weird
Condiment
Batman.
King, I'm looking at you.
Some very weird Batmans back then.
Yeah.
It's just, different takes on Joker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Different world. We can all agree that Jared Leto's bad.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Well, and I never watched Joker or whatever it is, the Joaquin Phoenix.
But that's not actually the Joker, right?
I thought it was.
No, I think the premise of that movie is it's like a psychopath who thinks he's the Joker.
I didn't watch it. And now there's a sequel coming out that's a musical with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure Scorsese will love that.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah. If you're listening, Martin, to you.
Yeah, and I'm not taking away from Martin Scorsese's movies. He's got some good movies.
Yeah.
But maybe lay off on what people like.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about this? I will tell you, not, without knowing the numbers of the business, I can guarantee you that the Avengers kept more cinemas in business than any other series of movies.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah. I don't know if a lot of people there were like, you know what? I'm going to go watch The Wolf of Wall Street like 4 times in the cinema.
Right. I didn't even like that movie. I couldn't even get through it.
Wow. It's got people I don't like in it. So. I don't like Jonah Hill. I don't really like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Whoa. Shots fired at Leo.
I think Jonah Hill's just overrated over everything.
I have no problems with Jonah Hill. Jonah, if you're listening.
Yeah, sorry about that, Jonah, but yeah, you're on the list. Yeah.
I mean, it's no cocaine bear, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just. I guess. What was the movie that they were talking about? Oh. Bert Kreischer. I don't know if you know him. He's a comic stand-up comedian who. I'm starting to think he thinks too much of himself. He's wrote a movie, and he's like touting it as they don't make comedies anymore, so I'm saving the comedies. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. They don't make comedies like you want comedies anymore, but maybe there's a reason for that.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Go back and watch Short Circuit. It doesn't hold up.
It does not hold up. Poor Johnny Number 5.
Oh gosh, yeah. Johnny 5.
I mean,
people out there are going, what the heck is Johnny 5?
What the heck is a Johnny 5? What the heck is a Steve Gutenberg?
What's a Steve Gutenberg? You can look it up on your Zune.
Yeah, you could. There it is. Keeping him alive. Yeah, we were talking about Steve Gutenberg the other day because Police Academy was on TV. I was like, man, that guy had everything. He was in every movie in the 80s.
Gosh, yeah.
And then just went away.
Where is he now?
He's still alive. I said see that.
Yeah.
But he's like in bit parts and stuff.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the last movie he was in.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Movies. Why did you start with 87? What the heck? I went in order, you animals.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the last.
Well, in 2004, he was in Single Santa Seeks Mrs. Claus.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but that doesn't sound PG.
Doesn't sound age appropriate.
Yeah.
But he was in everything. He was in Cocoon, Short Circuit, all the Police Academy movies. He was everywhere in the 80s.
3 Men and a Baby.
3 Men and a Baby. And then nothing.
Yeah. Oh, he was in a great B horror film, Lava Lantula. It's a lava-spewing tarantula.
Oh, right.
2015. Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Cocoon: The Return.
There was another Cocoon? Well, there were 2 Cocoon movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there was a sequel to the Lava Lantula. To Lantula.
Oh, my God. Poor Goot.
Oh, I love movies. Oh, golly day.
The Goot.
Yeah, old Gutenberg. So, yeah, people like what you want in movies.
Yeah, just go enjoy movies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're not going to enjoy DC movies, but, enjoy movies.
Yeah. Maybe eventually one day we will.
Boy, Black Adam didn't work out.
Yeah, I'll be like 80 in the nursing home and there'll finally be one. I'm like, ah!
I think the problem with DC, and this is, again, outsider view of it, they're just trying too hard.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. they were like, oh, they looked at where Marvel was today. They're like, that's where we need to be.
Right.
Instead of saying, well, Marvel started, 10, 15 years ago, and, the shows and the movies and the game, everything is the same universe, and it all ties together and works together, as opposed to DC that's, well, the shows do one thing and the movies are another thing and this and that. No, it's too confusing.
It's too confusing.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but Black Adam, boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. And I love The Rock. It was sad.
I love The Rock.
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh.
I refuse.
No.
I didn't even watch any, but people who I know who love every movie that ever comes out were like, don't watch it. I was like,
yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm too busy watching stupid movies these days. That's all I want to see in movies. I want to see Cocaine Bear, Violent Night, and stupid movies.
Stupid movies.
Yeah. I might go watch the new Fletch when it comes out.
I thought it was out.
Is it already out?
I thought it was like a direct to...
damn it. Missed it.
I don't know. Well, I'm sure it's still out, Ron. It's not like they...
No, it's over.
It's over. It was only out for one weekend.
It's dead to me.
Yeah.
Well, like they're doing the Mel Brooks movie, History of the World Part 2, and I think it's like a limited release. It's only going to be out for like a week or so on streaming.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a weird choice.
Yeah, Confess Fletch is out. You can watch it on Paramount Plus, Spectrum, Roku, Showtime, Prime Video, or Apple TV.
Oh, I got Prime Video.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks. History of the World Part 2. Yeah, it's going to be on Hulu.
Okay.
And there was something weird about it that they want to do. It's only going to be out for a really short time.
Huh.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I'm going to watch it because I love Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it's going to be any good.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Yeah, you want to talk about, you play Blazing Saddles now and see what happens.
Oh, I showed it at work.
Yeah.
I made him watch it at work one time.
Yeah.
And they were like, how are you making us watch this racist movie? And I'm like, no. This movie is anti-racist.
Yeah.
It's making fun of racists.
Yes.
That's the whole point of the movie. Yeah. There's only one pretty objectionable part, and that's the part where he plays a Native American person.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That's a little rough.
Yeah. But yes. I think it was a good rant.
Yeah, we ranted.
Roll.
We rigmarolled and ranted at the same time.
Yeah. We rigmaranted.
Rigmaranted. That's a new thing.
Topic one.
So I guess that's me.
Yeah, it's you.
Topic one this week. What in your life have you ever had other people build up, or you've built up in your own mind, and then just were completely disappointed by the experience?
Oh.
Mine is easy. I had never had a massage before, and everybody's like, "Oh, you gotta get a massage. You gotta have a masseuse do a massage, and it's perfect. And you'll be so comfortable and relaxed."
Right.
I have never felt more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And less relaxed in my entire life.
Yeah.
My massage was a little weird. It was in some lady's house.
Whoa.
And I was like, I might die.
Or.
Yeah, or.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. But the whole thing wasn't comfortable for me.
Yeah.
I don't like to be touched by strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which some people have no view. I'm just cutting you off, sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah.
No respect for that boundary.
Yeah.
We used to go to this. We go to trivia. We've been going to trivia for the same group of us for 20 plus years at this point.
Okay.
And the host who used to do it at this trivia place for a little while, she always would like come up to me and like hug on me, and I'm like, don't touch me.
Yeah, that's creepy.
I don't know you. Don't touch me. And then she said that she would take pictures. I'm like, I don't want my picture posted. Yeah. Don't do this. Stop it. And just no boundaries.
Yeah, some people are like that. Very touchy, feely, huggy. Yeah. Yeah, I had some good massages, but there were some, like, they would start to work around the glutes, and I'm just too goosey, jumpy when it comes to that. I would tense up, and all that. So
Yeah, I just that was the one.
I told you what happened to my brother in the massage, didn't I?
I don't think so. This sounds like a bad story.
It's not horrible. So, usually you go in the room or wherever, and they're like, okay, dress down to whatever makes you comfortable, and then lie on the bed. And I said, okay. So he gets down. He got down to his skivvies. Gets on the bed. It's like, people say, if you're just au natural, it's even better. So he is facing away from the door, and he is pulling his britches down and has his butt, like towards the door, like full moon, and the girl walked right in. And it was, and it shut the door. So, yeah, I doubt that was a very calm, relaxing massage for him.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. So.
The massage never worked out for me as something, but everybody, it's the greatest thing in the world. The other thing that people...
Maybe you need to try it again, though. Maybe it was the creepy environment you were in, where they're like dolls staring at you and stuff.
They were not dolls staring at me or anything. The other one that comes to mind is I've only been on one cruise in my life, and everybody, this is the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
You're gonna enjoy that, and I was like, this is awful.
Getting stuck on a boat with thousands of people you don't know,
right? And like the food is, it's cafeteria food.
It's a buffet, yeah.
It's cafeteria buffet food. I don't want to eat that for a week. It's awful.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm trying to think of something. I had something that.
And I ruined it.
No, you didn't ruin it. It was like there, and I was like, oh yeah. It was a game I played. Somebody built up. Oh no, what was it? Yeah, what was the Star Wars MMO?
Which one?
Old
Republic?
KOTOR. Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars Old Republic.
Yeah. Everybody was like, oh yeah, it's great. And part of my problem is I played it really, really late. I was like, I love Star Wars. This is great and everything. And I was like, this isn't fun. This is very clunky, janky. Yeah.
That game burned me more than any game has ever burned me before. It was a BioWare spin-off company. It wasn't BioWare who put it out, right? It was ZeniMax, I think.
Right.
So they have it's like, how can this be bad? It's the people who made Knights of the Old Republic, and they're making an MMO. I love MMOs.
Exactly.
I'm in. So I bought the
I love
Founders.
BioWare. BioWare's good. These people are associated with BioWare.
Right. So I bought the Founders Pack, and I had the little key logger. So every time I logged in, I had a random number generator, so my account was secure. And I had all the and played through the game with my friends for like a month.
Yeah.
And we beat all the content.
Ooh.
And then we were like, well, now what? And there was nothing to do. And so we just the game fizzled out. We'd done everything. We were like, well, I guess we're done. So we just moved on. And then about probably last spring, my buddy was like, we should go back and try it. And the graphics are still terrible. They just never... That's one of the problems with MMOs. They make the graphics to the lowest common denominator, and they never update them. And it was just... It's not a fun game anymore, or ever. I don't know if that ever was.
Yeah, that's...
But yeah, that game bit me in the butt. Yeah, pretty bad. Because I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pre-order and do everything. Because I love. How could this be wrong? How can this be bad? They showed me how it can be bad.
Yeah, I'm not far into it, so I can't really make up my mind. But I'm finding Mass Effect 3 is not hooking me like 2 did.
That is.
I feel like it's super linear.
That's one of the consensuses about Mass Effect 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I feel even like I liked the action part of 2 better than 3. I feel like 3, I never know where the enemies are, and I'm just getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And my stupid AI people are just like, oh, what's that? There's somebody there shooting a rocket? Let me run into it. No dingus.
I have a small one.
Yeah.
I have a good friend of mine who told me that this week's Destiny quest was going to be amazing.
It was.
And I was so underwhelmed at the end of it. I really was.
Why?
I just was like, all that build up for like a small firework.
But the Traveler almost left, and then it realized that it was about to get its ass beat by the Witness and his forces.
But it didn't leave.
But it started. It's not over the city anymore.
I mean, sure.
It's space.
Yeah. I just feel like
I want to know what Crow was doing.
I didn't understand.
Shitty ass Crow.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was like
sad look on Saladin's face when the Traveler was coming up.
Yes, when he put his hand up against the glass. Yes, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was not as bad.
Did you get the robot dog?
No.
I want to know what happens to my robot dog now.
Well, you're going to find out. I won't.
Mm.
I'm just not into collecting things in games anymore.
I still do. Like the Assassin's Creed games and everything. I'll collect every stupid feather.
I just can't play Assassin's Creed. It bothers me.
That's a build up that was a letdown. Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh,
that was the one in France. They built it all up, and you'll be able to like drop in, drop out, co-op, and be able to do all these things. And then it was not great.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed I think is just a hit or miss kind of franchise for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like some people still love Black Flag.
Yeah. Well, there are still people playing Valhalla. I guess it's still being like curated or whatever. Because like I don't know, we got a frozen pizza the other day and it said punch this in for Assassin's Creed codes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, actually, I have the perfect one in the world. Halo Infinite has still continued to break, and has broken my heart more than any other game ever will, because now Bungie 343 is just not making Halo games.
Yeah.
And boy, that's a let down.
Yeah.
But that game let me down hardcore. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, The Rise of Skywalker.
The movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those last 3. I don't know why I built it up after the first, but
yeah. So we my buddy and I talked about that. The first one is fine.
Yeah.
It's not rewatchable.
No.
Like you're not gonna be like, oh, I gotta sit down and watch. It's not Empire or Return, and you have to just sit there and watch it. The second 2 are real bad. Boy.
Yeah. Real bad. And it's like there were things that were built up, and then it's just like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, real bad.
No. Why did you build this? I know of one that I'm surprised you haven't brought up yet. The Lord of the Rings movies.
That's fair. I don't. They were never built up to me because I watched them when they came out.
Yeah.
So it's not like people like were telling me that they were good. I already knew they were bad. They're the one thing that I still like. They bug me because no one reads the books. They just watch the movies.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, this is Lord of the Rings. I'm like, nope. Lord of the Rings is a series of... It's one book broken up into 3 parts that you should read.
Yeah. But that was another one that they edited in this Tom Bombadil guy later. And
I'm not going to fall for that. That's bait.
Yeah, that was bait. Yeah. The third Batman movie, to me, I built it up. I was like, oh, we're going to get Bane, and it's going to be good. And it was
not. Yeah.
Darkness. No, you're an idiot. God dang. You try to mash up Nightfall and
Well, Bane's just
No
a guy in
Man's
a liquor
Land.
store mask. Everybody knows this.
That's bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those movies are still, you can watch them all again.
I refuse to watch The Dark Knight Rises.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Listen to Christian Bale.
I would have liked them to continue the Joseph Gordon-Levitt storyline with that. I thought that would have been interesting.
But he, not as, Tim Drake or, any of the Robins, make him his own character.
Yeah, why can't he be a Robin who's not with a Batman?
Right.
Wouldn't that be an interesting take on that? Like,
yeah. But they tried to make him into Dick Grayson, and he wasn't.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I guess more. He was more Tim because he was. Yeah, I don't know.
He was older. He's kind of adult.
Yeah.
I just feel like it would have been an interesting movie to follow those up. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool. I think it would have been a cool direction to take the Robin character without all the creepy overtones of Robin.
Right. Or make him the Batman Beyond one. The I can't remember.
Oh, what the hell is his name?
Yeah, but yeah, be mentored by Bruce, and
Yeah, I mean, look, Batman Beyond would be a great story to turn into a film.
Yeah.
That'd be a great place to go because there's less baggage with it.
Yeah.
And you're not just rebooting the same crap every 6 years.
Yeah.
At this point, DC has rebooted Superman and Batman so many times that it feels like they've been washed out.
Yeah. 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 How many times do we have to see poor Tom and Martha get shot?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And how many times do we need to care about Kal-El?
Yeah. What about let's care about Kara for a little while. Or Connor.
Or anything else.
Yeah.
There is a slew of DC heroes.
You could take you could make an entire however many movies, just the Lantern Corps.
Wait, you mean a Green Lantern movie that's not crap?
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Let's look at, the Kyle Rayners and, way back to the Alan Scotts and
yeah, it's just there are plenty of things that could be. It's just,
yeah.
I mean, we've all talked about how Superman, it's a boring character. Superman is a force. He's not a character.
If he's done the right way, he's a good character.
No, he's not. He's literally a force of nature in the DC universe. He's a force that should be used to change the storyline. He's not a character. He just isn't. He's too powerful to be a character.
But that's the thing. He's got all that power, and it's not using it. Holding himself back.
I mean, fair, but I would much rather see Superman come into other movies than be the focus of the movie.
That's fair.
I'd much rather see Superman being an interventionist instead of like the driving force of the movie. Because it's inevitable if you make a Superman movie, then you're going to have to one up the villain to this laser show in the dark.
Yeah.
That it's just it's inevitability of the Superman that's kind of boring.
Yeah. Well, there's a good movie. Yeah, I think it is an animated movie, but a good live action would be it's Justice League Doom. It's somebody takes Batman's fail safes for taking down the Justice League and starts to implement them.
Right. Yeah. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. There's a lot they could do in DC. But
I mean, James Gunn he's a funny guy. He's done some good stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see him making
right.
Like you're hiring him because he's so good at Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy only works because it's not the main movies.
Yeah.
It's a funny side project.
Exactly.
Which is great. They're funny movies.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's the Guardians, the Ant-Mans, the spin-off kind of things that are
They're little they're like little palate cleansers of the movies.
Yeah.
That's why Deadpool is so good, because it's like, oh well, this is a comic movie that's different.
Exactly. They still say that's going to be rated R.
I would hope.
Yeah.
Well, they could do X. Ooh. It's going to have Wolverine in it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hugh Jackman was talking about how he has to get back in shape for it.
Poor. I hope he doesn't totally destroy himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to dehydrate yourself for 3 days so all your veins pop.
And you're in your 50s. It's not worth it.
He's in his 50s?
Oh, yeah, easily.
Man.
I think he's like 54.
What's the secret, Hugh?
Be Australian.
Be Australian. Yeah.
You're always running for your life from all of the terrible things.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. God, 54.
That's what I said.
God, you are on it today.
People doubt me all the time.
I don't doubt.
People at work are always like pointing out the one time I'm wrong. And I said, the only reason you point out the one time I'm wrong is because I'm right 99% of the time.
See, that's what people always do. They always point out the one time you're wrong. It's like a man goes out and builds 1,000,000 bridges. He has one that collapses. Oh, he's a horrible person.
Well, I mean, that's a little bit different.
No.
Most people don't die on my decisions.
I didn't say anybody died on the bridge collapsing.
Oh, it's fair.
I said
Okay.
that the bridge collapsed.
That's fair.
Yeah. But it is kind of terrifying to think that, those weight limits, they just keep driving heavier and heavier trucks over until it collapses, and then they rebuild it knowing what the weight was. I told somebody that the other day. They're like, "Does they build the bridge twice each time?" So yes, they do.
My buddy was a structural engineering. That's what he got his degree in. And he was in a class, and the professor said, 70% is not good enough in this class, because if you guys build bridges to a 70% standard, that means 30% of them would fail, and we can't have that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's a valid point.
Yeah.
But folks, just remember there are cardiologists that got 70s.
There's paramedics that got 70s. They still call them paramedics.
Yeah, I know.
Though our test was stupid hard.
Yeah.
I got
Of these 4 oranges, which is the most like an orange?
Well, I told my wife about it. It's even worse than that, because I mean, I only passed by one question, but that's because you could only miss 3 questions from that one section, or you fail.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could only miss one question. Yeah, you could miss one question from OB, or you'd fail.
Yeah.
And I
so
missed.
there were only 4 questions.
Yeah.
So you had to get 75% in it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Weird system.
Yeah.
I've never. It's one of the things as a paramedic, like when people are like, "Oh, that person took 6 times to pass the test," like that doesn't mean they're not bad. They're a bad paramedic.
They're a bad test taker.
There's a bad test taker, and that test is a particularly bad test.
Right.
Yeah.
Now the people that can't pass the course 7 times,
well,
that's something different.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
We call them. No, I'm not going to say the name.
Well, on to topic 2.
Sure. Topic 2. We may have covered this in a past podcast, but I got to think about it the other day. So, who is somebody dead that you would want to spend the day with? Not just have lunch with, but spend the day with. I personally... go ahead.
I'm assuming you don't want me to give the stock answer that I would give.
Ben Franklin?
Well, I would say my dad.
Yeah. Outside of immediate family,
all right, let's skip
close
that one.
family.
Ben Franklin would be a good one, though.
Yeah. See, I thought Robin Williams, because he was a delight. He to really
keep up with him for a day.
Yeah, but I mean, really, like, can you imagine how your stomach would hurt from laughing by the end of the day?
It's probably true. But would you learn anything?
I think you would, because I think after the goofiness and everything, you really get to talking about. I mean, the guy had some demons, and really talking about that stuff, and I feel like I got that lesson already from Robin. That's the one thing that like I treasure about Robin Williams is I feel like I got that lesson from him. Is that you should joke around in life and enjoy life because we all have our demons. Yeah.
But I would love to like sit down with a Ben Franklin or a John Adams and just pick their brain about like
John Adams, he used to work for the fire department.
pick their brain and talk about how just how their view of the world, or man, even Abraham Lincoln seems like one of the weirdest people to talk to because he just the impression we get is he was a solemn person.
Yeah.
But then when you read his writings, he's definitely not. He's was a person. I would love to get that part of him. Really, we wouldn't speak the same language. Just thinking I could have a conversation with the person, Napoleon would be amazing.
Ooh.
I would love to have a conversation with Napoleon.
He likes ice cream. Dylan Ted told us that.
And he likes to skateboard.
Yeah.
And that was good. Genghis Khan likes skateboarding.
Yeah, Genghis Khan was the skateboard.
Yeah. But Napoleon would be amazing because like the propaganda that is built up on about that person in the last 200 years, it's almost impossible to know who they really were.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That would be a cool one for me.
Yeah. Socrates
would be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I always think about like and less Socrates stands out and Plato stands out and all of those. Yeah. But there was a time in this world where philosopher was a job.
Yeah.
And people just thought about the human condition, and now we don't have time to think about the human condition. People don't have time to just sit back and think about what it is to be human and what it means to be human in today's world versus yesterday's world. And someone like that would be amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
I think of like a Steve Irwin or
Steve Irwin would be a good one.
Darwin.
I think Darwin would really disappoint you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to come on my boat? Let's float around on the Beagle. Talk about birds.
Yeah.
That's probably.
Socrates would be good if we could communicate with each other. Socrates. It would be.
We're already talking, hanging out with somebody who's dead. So you can speak the language; they'd understand.
Yeah. I always would love to see like the way people think, because we have so little of people's personal thoughts.
Yeah.
Recorded.
Well, can you imagine like a Tutankhamun or something?
Tutankhamun would be amazing.
Yeah.
Julius
Caesar.
Caesar would be. Just Tutankhamun would be so mind-boggling because we know so little about that world. Like, we are so far removed from that everything we think we know is just conjecture. It would be amazing to like hear them talk about, because like we always act like our ancestors were dumb.
Yeah, but they weren't.
They weren't.
No.
People give them crap because they believed in the gods and all of those things.
Yeah.
It would be love to know how much they actually believe that crap.
Right. Or that's just
But just to know how smart they were about like, this is how harvest time works, and this is how tides work, and they knew all those things.
Oh yeah.
And we just kind of like, they didn't really know it. It's like, no, they really did.
Yeah.
They had calendars before they could figure out how the solar system worked.
Yeah.
This is pretty amazing stuff. Columbus would be cool to talk to, even with all the bad things.
Yeah, but you get smallpox.
Well, we wouldn't. We'd be good. Yeah. We're the
what
survivors.
About Einstein?
Einstein would be a tough one.
Weird.
I just wouldn't understand what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Like I said, Stephen Hawking was the same thing.
He likes to drink beer. We saw that in young Einstein.
And he played electric guitar.
Yeah, he invented it.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
But those kinds of people would be who I would want to talk to.
Yeah.
I would want to talk to somebody to further our knowledge of things. And I see your point in the right way. It's like it would be amazing just to uplift yourself for a day.
Yeah. I would not want to talk to Freud.
No. Maybe I would like to talk to him, just tell him like, everybody's pretty much sure everything you said was bullshit.
Yeah. 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 What about Jesus? And like, hey, what's the real deal, pal?
I mean, that would be a really interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Um,
I think Shakespeare would be weird.
I don't think I would care to talk to Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I think Shakespeare gets a lot of credit for beyond what he really. We don't even really know what he wrote. Like,
Yeah.
everything, all his plays were basically destroyed. Those are people's interpretations of his
Yeah.
plays.
Yeah.
We don't really know most of what he wrote.
Chaucer.
Shakespeare,
That could be cool.
Chaucer,
Yeah.
would be a cool. I don't think we can relate to each other.
Yeah. Descartes.
Descartes or Dumas.
Yeah.
You know, the Descartes would be cool. Sartre would be cool.
Yeah.
Nietzsche would be a real downer.
Oh yeah. Or even, I mean, can you imagine like, take the scary part out of it, but like a Genghis Khan or something,
Yeah, Genghis Khan would be cool.
or Mao Zedong.
I don't think Mao Zedong would be very fun to be.
No.
Genghis Khan would be a partier.
Yeah. Well, it's also, but I mean, like you said, the whole like how their mind worked and how they saw things, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
There's
Marco Polo.
I don't think Marco Polo would be that interesting.
He's hyped up.
I think he's hyped up too because, like, the Romans were traveling to China in the 200s AD, maybe even earlier.
Yeah.
Marco Polo he just wrote it down.
Right.
He didn't really discover anything. He just wrote.
He's a map maker.
He's a map maker, which is important. And what he did was.
And look, I mean, that's one of those things. I'm like, that's pretty impressive that you can, draw a map, because I could draw a map for you, but it's not going to be to scale. It's not going to make any sense.
Oh, I'm always shocked by people that can of ancient or historical figures that drew these maps. Like, you look at these maps, like John Smith's maps of the Chesapeake Bay. I'm like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's pretty daggone close.
It's pretty daggone close.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't have the skills to do that.
Yeah, or like the ancient, maps of the world and things. It's like, man, I mean, you're pretty I don't get it.
Yeah, and you think, like, there's these maps of Rome, of the Roman Empire, they're obviously wrong, but without a compass, they're able to figure out that Antioch is so many leagues this way and this, and they're able to draw out the Roman Empire on a recognizable map. That says, hey, if you head this way, you'll get there. And the best part of that map is that person wasn't to all those places. Yeah. So they're taking other people's word for that. It's impressive.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right.
And the maps of the ancient Mediterranean, these sea routes that they knew, but they were able to draw maps of the coastline. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. I just have like a circle. What's that? Well, that's the ocean. What's around it? Well, that's the land.
Yeah. It's blue stuff and red and brown stuff.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, it's just a circle. Yeah.
Yeah. I think all of that stuff is impressive. The pyramid builders, I would love to. That would be amazing to go watch them build the pyramids and to know what they were actually for.
Right. Maybe you don't want to know what they're for.
Maybe I don't.
Yeah.
But I still want to know.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like,
Or I would love to interview the first humans that left Africa.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the driving force that pushed them out of Africa into Europe and into Asia and into, the Americas? Like, I would love to have conversations with those people.
Yeah, I mean, is it just the curiosity of the unknown? Is it?
I mean, a certain way
the wrong way. You had to leave.
But no, it has to be curiosity, because if our any understanding of social economic ties and the people that the sustenance that these small hunter-gatherer groups needed, it has to be curiosity that moves them over the horizon.
Right, yeah, because you've got a known thing here. Why would I go somewhere else?
Who's getting in a boat? And you can see, England from France, right? You can see England from France, but who's getting in a boat and just going across the water without knowing what the hell it is.
Yeah. Or take it one better, getting in a boat and just sailing because somebody said there's probably land over there.
Yeah.
Like the Vikings and.
Oh yeah, I mean, the Vikings who crossed to North America. I mean,
those are some cojones.
That's some cojones. Yeah, and did it multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's the thing that boggles me. Like you said, it's like they knew that without all the technology we have, that if they just sailed this way, they would land roughly where they need to be, and then they could go back and
even in the world of GPS, we get lost all the time.
Right.
These people were able to sail ships regularly and effectively from continents to continents.
It typically was just stars and like a water compass or a sextant.
The quote unquote mythical sunstone, if that was a real thing.
Yeah.
That's impressive to me. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I always like when people are like, "Oh, prehistoric and historic people they were dumb." It's like, no, they really. They're way more inventive than we were.
Right, yeah.
And
again, it's a whole context thing. Yeah, you may be smart for where you are right now. If I drop you, into prehistory, are you going to be able to hunt and gather and avoid, saber-tooth tigers and mastodons? And
I have two answers that have changed all my answers.
You got to take a pot with you?
Yes. I would like to meet Archimedes.
Ooh.
Because that guy's a smart guy, and it would be great to know how much of what is attributed to him is actually his.
Yeah.
And if there's a real King Arthur, I'd love to meet King Arthur.
Yeah. Arthur would be neat.
Yeah. Like a conversation with King Arthur would be amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm firmly on the side of there was a real person who.
It's just there's some it's just that build up and legacy talk and.
Yeah. I am fairly certain there's a Celto-Romano person was the basis of the King Arthur myth.
Yeah.
I would like to meet that person.
Yeah.
And I would like to meet Archimedes.
Go back and meet Pythagoras and punch him in his face for his stupid theorem. A squared plus B squared is C squared. Shut up. Nobody cares.
Aw.
Nah, there are people that care.
People really care.
Yeah, they do.
Boy, our math teachers really lied to us, though.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. So many things.
You're going to need to know all of this algebra. You're never going to make it. What if you get robbed and you don't know algebra?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you need to know, what the angles of a rhombus are. No.
Oh, you're right, Teach. That's not an equilateral triangle. They almost had me.
I don't know what the hell is happening behind me.
Oh,
hey!
You're under attack.
Yeah. But I think the only time I've used angles is, I need to do an IM injection. That is 90 degrees to the muscle. I need to insert an IV. That is less than 15 degrees. I mean, building stuff I've used angles, but...
Yeah, I mean, trigonometry and geometry are probably the ones you use the most in your life.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't use a lot of calculus, I can tell you that.
No. Gosh, my daughter's in calculus and was talking about stuff. I was like, I gotta Google this stuff. It's been a long time.
Yeah. I don't even use. I mean, I know that in theory, doing dosing for drugs is algebra.
Yeah.
But that's not how we do it.
Right.
That's not how we do the world.
We have the magical thing on our phone, the hand heavy that we can.
Yeah. It's one of the things that frustrates me the most about how we teach paramedics, and probably how they teach nurses.
Yeah.
It's like we're not teaching them the reality of the world. We're teaching them a nuclear bomb goes off, and you have to give a drip.
Oh, yeah.
What situation do I care about this epi-drip in the middle of a nuclear bomb?
Right. Yeah.
You're going to expend this person's life for 15 minutes with Levofed, but there is no hospital to take them to because the nuclear bomb destroyed it all.
Yeah. No. Let's put this in registry. The closest hospital is 10 minutes away. However, there is one 15 minutes away that has XYZ capabilities. Which do you transport to and why?
Well, if hospital A is moving at 50 miles an hour, hospital B is moving at 30 miles an
Oh
hour.
my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just some of the ways we teach.
Yeah.
We're
Just
very
anything,
stuck
you know.
in the old ways.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking. There should really be, a big emphasis, especially kids like junior, senior year, on, financial literacy and, the basics of home care and things like that.
Yeah, but like I'm talking very specifically about paramedics. We're on a rant, but the why of a drug is much more important than the how.
Yeah.
Right, but we spend so much time at paramedic school of the how that the why gets muddled.
Yeah. Or half the time, I'm even more concerned of the why not.
Sure.
Why didn't you?
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what paramedics are there for, right?
Yeah.
They're literally there to make the why or why not decision.
Yeah.
The how decision is taken out of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And why we expect
do
them...
I really need to know the pharmacokinetics of a medication?
No.
Yeah.
Why did I need to study the Krebs cycle in paramedic school?
Oh, everybody loves the Krebs cycle.
Do I?
No, nobody loves the Krebs cycle.
But it had nothing to do with my job. It was useless information in a course that was already the hardest year and a half of my life.
Yeah.
And it didn't make things easier. It just made it worse. Why was it there? And I can tell you why it was there. It's because that's just how we've always taught people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that knowledge for knowledge's sake is bad, but maybe not in that situation.
Right, yeah. We don't all need to be Salabrino.
Sure. Maybe that's an elective in the paramedic college program versus college certification for paramedic.
Yeah. Are you going for your cert or your degree?
Right. Hey, if you want to get certified paramedic, you're going to learn the whys, the hows, and the cardiology, all of those things.
Yeah.
You want to get your paramedic degree, then now we're going to talk about Krebs cycle and pharmacology and pharmacokinetics and, those things.
Right, yeah.
When I'm king of the paramedic world.
There you go. Yeah. The difference between a journeyman paramedic and a master paramedic.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a time, and I can already see it coming in our career field, where they're going to have paramedics and paramedic practitioners, or some next level paramedic.
Yeah,
because that's the push everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean,
we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll be out of it.
Yeah, I'll probably be out of it too.
Yeah, I'll be retired by then.
I'll be back teaching it.
Yeah, I'll be the guy like back in my day.
Yeah.
But I just
every new paramedic now should be like, Krebs cycle, go.
Krebs cycle. Tell me what it is. Go.
Yeah.
Show me the ATP chain. Go. Draw it out on the board.
Yeah.
Or you're fired.
Yeah.
No, we can't fire you.
And you started Levy-Fed drip. And you're missing a mitochondria. Gosh. Yeah.
Quick. Oh, we were talking about that, like, Angle, or I shouldn't say his name, but we were talking about pumps, and I'm sure that conversation is why he asked you about getting pumps. And I was like, it is kind of ridiculous that in the paramedic world, we stare at the drip chamber and go,
right,
1, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Yeah,
it is a real ridiculous system.
Yeah,
and we expect you to then do the math at 3:00 in the morning.
And that's why I don't think we should do trips. We should do push press.
I agree.
That's just
but everything should be sent on 3:00 in the morning. What should a paramedic do?
Exactly.
And if that situation is looking at a 60 drip set and counting drips, we're in a bad place.
Yeah. Yeah. I got news for you, Doc. Yeah. That's when you turn into that patient care report, and all it says is, I tried.
I did infuse some.
Yeah.
Don't know how much we did. It's
I tried, I transported.
Yeah. Did my best.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good note to end the podcast on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Come join us on the Discord.
Yeah, come join us Discord. Follow us on Twitter, SealTrueAt22.
Yeah. Let us know somebody you'd like to hang out with for a day.
Yeah, and have a great Smarch.
Yeah, happy Smarch.
We'll see you mid-Smarch.
Yep. Oh, right before the Ides.
Right before the Ides. This will drop on. No. Yeah, because the Ides is Wednesday this year.
Yeah. That's 2 days before the Ides. Ooh.
Watch your back, folks.
See you, folks.
See you, folks.